Good afternoon. Here is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State government to promote sustainable academic excellence for students. Independent National Electoral Commission tackles group over permanent voters card sale allegation. Under foreign emergency responders rescue 136 Europe-bound migrant at Spanish Sport. And in sport, Falconets lose to Mexico in final preparatory game ahead under 20 Women's World Cup. And now the details. I am Mike James. Lagos State government has assured of its commitment to promote sustainable academic excellence through the provision of credible, qualitative and acceptable procedures in education assessment by developing reliable metrics for students' academic performance in the state. Director, Lagos State Examination Board, Adebayo Orunsolu, stated this during the announcement of second phase of the 2024 screening test into the state's model colleges and upgraded junior secondary schools for the year 2024 academic sessions. He also said the test is aimed to give more eligible pupils who are seeking admission into the state model colleges and upgraded junior secondary schools with boarding facilities the opportunity to benefit from the quality education being provided by the state government. The director solicited the cooperation of parents and guardians towards achieving a common goal for the success of the examination. In furtherance of efforts by the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to bequeath an international standard College of Medicine and excellent healthcare system to the people of the state, the Lagos State government, through the Ministries of Tertiary Education, Health and Lagos State University College of Medicine, LASUCOM, has convened a meeting with critical stakeholders on the establishment of a standalone medical university in Lagos. Speaking at the forum in Ikeja, Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Tolani Sule, said the objective of the meeting was to ensure Lagos State has a medical university capable of bridging the existing gap in the training of medical personnel and improving the healthcare delivery system in the state. Sule said the present administration has invested enormous human capital and financial resources in the Lagos State College of Medicine, LASUCOM, to align with the best global standards to strengthen the state's healthcare system. The commissioner said that despite the state government's investment in the current Lagos State University College of Medicine, LASUCOM, and giant strides recorded, the institution is still beset with various challenges due to the increase in population, student admission, healthcare demand, infrastructure expansion, and emigration of health workers. The Commissioner for Health, Akia Bayomi, said the state is blessed with enough health and medical infrastructure and facilities to run a successful University of Medicine. The Provost of Lagos State University College of Medicine, LASUCOM, Abiodun Adewiya, assured of qualified personnel who are well motivated and enthusiastic to make the upcoming standalone University of Medicine a pride for the state and Nigeria in terms of professionalism and standards. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, and former Ghanaian President John Mahama have called for a new action that will transform Nigeria and Africa. They made the call at the 64th Annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association. Akpabio stressed the critical role of the legal community in Nigeria's ongoing efforts to rebuild and transform the nation and Africa. He described the theme of the conference, Pressing Forward, a national posture for rebuilding Nigeria, as a call to transform the nation through a paradigm shift in thinking and attitude. Also, former Ghanaian President John Mahama specifically pointed to the African Continental Free Trade Area as a critical opportunity for the continent, but one that remained largely unrealized due to lingering colonial economic structures and other impediments. And now to the rest of the stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has strongly denied allegations that some of its officials are involved in the sale of permanent voter cards in Edo State ahead of the September 21 gubernatorial election. The accusation was made by the civic group Transparency for Electoral Systems Advocacy, TESA, in a petition dated on August 23, which claimed that uncollected PVCs were being sold to politicians in Edo State. In response to these claims, Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Rotimi Oyikomi, labeled the allegations as baseless and challenged TESA to provide concrete evidence to support the assertions. Oyikomi also highlighted that the introduction of the bi-modal voter accreditation system, BVAS, had made it nearly impossible for anyone to use another person's PVC to vote. The Economic Community of West African States Parliament has met in Banjul, the Gambia, to advance the implementation of a critical protocol that facilitates the free movement of persons, the rights of residents, and the establishment of business across the region. This 5-day session tagged Parliament's role in the implementation of the protocol and the free movement of persons, rights of residents, and establishment in the ECOWAS region, drew parliamentarians from across West Africa to discuss the challenges and opportunities in realizing the goals of the protocol. In his opening remarks, the Gambia's Minister of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, Baboucarr Diouf, reaffirmed his country's commitment to the principles of regional integration. Diouf urged fellow parliamentarians to strengthen legislative backing for the protocol and to collaborate closely with national governments to overcome obstacles to its implementation. And also speaking, the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Hadja Ibrahima, emphasized the vital role of parliamentarians in making the protocol a reality. Ibrahima called on policymakers and stakeholders to work together in addressing the challenges and to develop coordinated policies that maximize the benefits of free movement across the region. And in some foreign news, emergency responders have rescued 136 Europe-bound African migrants from a boat off the coast of Canary Island of El Hierro. El Hierro is the second smallest and farthest south and west of the Canary Islands in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Africa. The migrants arrived at La Restinga port in Spain aboard a Spanish Sea Search and Rescue Agency's vessel. Meanwhile, Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez heads on a 3-day visit to West Africa as his government grapples with a major upsurge in migrant arrivals. Nearly every day, Spain's Coast Guard rescues a boat carrying dozens of African migrants towards the Canary Islands off the northwest coast of Africa. The island's government has pleaded for more help. Also, the regional leader of the islands, Fernando Clavijo, who met Sanchez, urged the European Union to do more so that the Canary Islands do not have to shoulder all of Europe's migratory pressure on its own. And in sports news, 2-time silver medalist Nigeria's Falconets has lost by the odd goal to Mexico in an entertaining encounter in Bogota, which served as a final test before the 11th FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup finals kicking off on Saturday. The Mexicans scored the only goal of the match in the 20th minute, but had to withstand onslaught after onslaught of attacks from the Nigerian side on the turf of the club Banco de la República. President of NFF, Ibrahim Gusau, who attended the match alongside Chairman of the Technical and Development Subcommittee, Sharif Inua, General Secretary Mohamed Sanusi, and Head of Women's Football, Amina Dara, praised the Falconets for their impressive display and charged them to be encouraged by the good showing and their victory over Australia in another friendly as they countenance the goal finals. The Falconets will take on Korea Republic in their first match of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup Finals at the 10,000 capacity Estadio Metropolitano in Bogota on 2nd September, the same venue where they will confront 3-time champions Germany 2 days later. Their final match of the group phase is against Venezuela at Estadio Pascual Guerrero in Cali on 7th September. That was our news at 12. But just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please do not drive excessively. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? Well, you can get more details on the Legacy Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Legacy Government has assured of its commitment to promote sustainable academic excellence through the provision of credible, qualitative and acceptable procedures in education assessment by developing reliable metrics for students' academic performance in the state. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has strongly denied allegations that some of its officials are involved in the sale of permanent voter cards in Edo State ahead of the September 21 gubernatorial election. We also told you that emergency responders have rescued 136 Europe-bound African migrants from a boat off the coast of Canary Island of El Hierro. In sports, two-time silver medalist Nigeria's Falconets has lost by the odd goal to Mexico in an entertaining encounter in Bogota, which served as a final test before the 11th FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup finals kicking off on Saturday. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. It was compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.
The dial that helps you navigate through Lagos traffic with ease. We are the 96.1 dial. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Traffic Radio.